Hi, I'm Claire.
And I'm Heather.
And we are
Masterpeace Astrology.
We're here with your forecast this week for Sunday, June 10th through Saturday, June 16th. And the first few days of the week look good, and after that, wow, we're going to have some opportunities for some positive growth. It's going to be a little confusing. So, What do you think about Sunday, Heather? It's a calm day, I think?
Task-oriented, discipline, getting things done, getting organized.
Moon's in Taurus.
Moon's in Taurus.
Yeah.
Maybe just feeling a little lazy, too. Could go either way.
I think so. That's something we've noticed with Taurus, especially with Uranus and Taurus now. But Moon's opposite Jupiter at night, so, it might be a really nice time to socialize in the evening with people you like. And then Monday, also Moon is in Taurus, and it's a powerful kind of feeling day with Moon Pluto in the morning and Moon sextile Venus at night. So between those two, I think it's fair to say that you're going to really be connecting with values of Moon and Taurus and enjoying really a placid day. Powerful energy, but placid. It's kind of setting you up for what's happening Wednesday night, because Moon goes into Gemini late Wednesday night. And that's when we start to feel the impact of the new moon on a Wednesday. And we were kind of talking about how we think when the moon goes into Gemini Monday night, it's going to really start to amp up the confusion. You might start to have a little bit more anxiety and more sleeplessness Monday night, Tuesday night, into the new moon on Wednesday.
Yeah, you'll be feeling that new moon energy, and I think like a really good, usually new moons are all about releasing, and especially before releasing, because the new moon is a new beginning. So Monday and Tuesday are going to be just kind of maybe releasing old ideas or ideas that aren't working and beliefs, making decisions. If you've been having trouble making decisions, it might be helpful for that, or, kind of making new directions in your decisions. But communication is key, and also kind of just new ideas and that kind of thing. But also with this new moon, Venus goes into Leo on that day.
There's a bunch of things change that day. It's so dynamic because right before, like about 12 hours before the new moon, what do we got on Tuesday? We're now on Tuesday. Moon's in Gemini. Mercury goes into Cancer. And Mercury goes into Cancer at 1 in the afternoon. And I think that's when we start to, that shift you're talking about.
Yeah, and the ideas and shift, Mercury in Cancer in general is about family and nurturing and being a homebody. It can be moody and emotional, and I always find that Cancer energy is a little bit clannish with their people.
Yeah, family, because it's a family sign.
So now Mercury is moving in that, so our ideas are becoming more emotional. I don't think Mercury is as comfortable in Cancer as it is in Gemini.
Well, yeah, I think that's fair to say. It's at home and it's home sign in Gemini, and I think folks will really notice that shift because we've got a lot of air energy, a lot of air planets now. When Mercury makes that shift into Cancer, it's going to form a T-square with Saturn and Chiron.
Yeah.
So I think it's fair to say Tuesday afternoon there will be a noticeable shift in mood. I would think so. Be prepared for that. Around, you notice it in the workplace, in yourself, and because Mercury, Saturn opposing, an opposition with a planet squaring it means you're going to see it in your environment.
Yeah.
So, and then that, getting on to, again, your theme about the Gemini and the change in the energy and the Venus and Leo. The Venus in Leo comes in the next day, right after the moon is exact at 12:40. New moon is exact at 12:43 p.m. Wednesday here in Tucson.
Yeah.
Pacific time. Yeah. And it's just going to be really intense, very confusing because there's also the Neptune, right? We can't leave out Neptune. We're more spacey because it's spacey energy.
It is.
Neptune stations to go retrograde on June 18th, Monday. This week, Neptune at 16 degrees is squaring all this Gemini, and it's going to square the new moon. So expect the unexpected. With Neptune, there's just this increased idealism, increased fantasy, lots of creativity, right?
Yeah, well, with the Venus in Leo is... Venus in Leo does very well. Venus does very well in Leo. It's very dynamic energy. Venus in Leo doesn't do anything halfway. They're very creative. They're very flamboyant. They're very social. They're loyal.
So Hollywood, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the actress. It's the, you know, that idea of the actress that's just with a cigarette and like,
right,
you know,
Shays Lounge,
Shays
Beverly
Lounge,
Hills,
and somebody's feeding them grapes, you know, that kind of thing. It can be prideful.
Well, we love to receive love because
absolutely,
Leo loves love, and Venus is the planet of love, and so it's all about love. When Venus goes into Leo right after the new moon on Wednesday at 2:54 p.m., there's an immediate square, right, to Uranus and Taurus, so it starts to build.
There is. And that square, I feel because it's fixed energy, there's going to be, I feel like you could get kind of stuck. Uranus is trying to shake up the jar, and you have to open the jar, and it's a little stuck.
Yeah.
Because it's fixed. So there could be some kind of a, you know, over dramatic blow up, or
possibly
that's a possibility, or you just need space from just want to be by yourself. Although Leo never really wants to be by itself; it likes a lot of attention.
Oh, for sure, it wants to receive love from you,
from everybody.
But I think it's really important to make note of that square, because Uranus hasn't been in Taurus in like since the 40s. So this is the first time it's really making a square to Venus and Leo. It's energy we haven't felt in a little while, so pay attention.
I think that there's a lot of blessings with this, you know,
Mooning.
new moon.
Mm-hmm.
The new moon energy with this Venus and Leo is very good energy. So it's very positive. So whatever kind of other things might come up, there's just kind of like this happiness, and there could be blessings of whatever kind of comes up for you. So
I think that's a great way to really look at this, because there's so many balls in the air with this new moon. We just talked about Neptune squaring the new moon, then, you know, we got Uranus squaring Venus that day, the moon's new in Gemini. So when you talk about blessings, it speaks to the dynamic nature of so many different energies, the elements, earth, water, air, fire, really play. And while Neptune can be a powerful force of delusion, and I've seen people make just catastrophically bad mistakes with Neptune stationing on a planet. So just watch your step out there, folks.
Well, you may just want to practice some awareness.
Please do.
Because it can create the Neptune stationing to go retrograde is kind of, you may find yourself more sensitive to things like alcohol or drugs, if you're on prescription drugs or whatever, maybe even food allergies come up, or just feeling bad mojo from people. So just kind of play with awareness on that. And also I think on Monday and Tuesday would be a great time to organize, because everything's just kind of all over the place. Maybe do some lists, or write down, journal your feelings and the things that you'd like to create and the things you'd like to release for this new moon, as that way you can see it and it's there on paper and not, you know, floating around in your head.
Like lists of values we've been talking about. It is a good time to try to organize thoughts, because Gemini is all about thinking, the fluidity, the versatility, just the infinite potential with all these thoughts. But the moon, when it's new, is dark. Sun and moon come together, so male, female, Gemini, the twins, that dualistic air idea it's dark, and these other strong aspects get to shine.
Yeah.
So we have really powerful Neptune, Jupiter, still a powerful trine there. Okay, so you know, spiritual energy, creativity, healing,
meditation,
getting into the root cause and feeling your emotional truth. This new moon is a lot of thinking, but with Neptune squaring it, lots of emotional thoughts about maybe our past, present, future. Very lots of. I just see it as being enormously spiritually potential, but just watch out for the delusion
and the confusion.
Not kidding you, with other people. Dreams, and I think, you know, also with this square with Venus and Uranus the day of the new moon, being aware again of our values. Uranus in the sign of Taurus, which is Venus ruled, squaring Venus, makes us aware of what we're valuing, and we need to really value ourselves. Venus and Leo is love of self.
It really is. It's all about self-worth.
And Venus and Leo is going to be on the North Node really soon here, probably next week, so it really speaks to how we need to like all be keying into really our authentic love of self and letting ourselves shine.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with you.
Venus
Andy, shine.
Yes, Venus needs a stage, so find a stage somewhere if you are a Leo. Find your stage.
But you're staged maybe even just practicing your own affirmations in a mirror as you're trying to launch your new love of self.
Right.
So, you know, don't think it has to be taken out. Maybe it's too new for you, these new feelings. But they're very beautiful. But like Heather said, really sensitive. Don't
Very
overdo it on the drugs.
Yeah,
New
don't.
moon. Do not. And also...
Or an alcohol sensitivity could come up too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sensitive, super sensitive. Don't take anything sensitive from other people. People are going to dump on you if you're not
Right,
careful.
and you also have to realize too is that the energy is very empathic energy.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to separate what you're actually feeling versus what you're picking up from your environment and the people around you. So, you know, just kind of be aware of, and maybe you'll become more heightenedly aware of the people that you're around.
And for the rest of that's well said, and for the rest of the week we're kind of putting together the pieces, and unfortunately the energy's a little bit dynamic in a kind of cranky way on I think Thursday, Friday, we got Mercury opposite Saturn late on Friday.
It's a reality check.
Yeah, and so that's probably not the best date night, folks. You're just going to see Saturn and your loved one and pick and be critical and think about what's wrong. So stay at home.
You cry, watch a movie.
And, you know...
Eat some ice cream.
Friday is just, I would take it easy, really. Be aware of that. Thursday, the day before, was also just, we're going to put together the pieces from the new moon, but Saturday the moon's in Leo.
Fun.
Right.
Conjuncting that nice Venus.
Early in the morning.
Veal.
For meat lovers, veal is Venus,
You're
yes.
right,
But Moon Venus early in the morning Saturday feels good. Early morning socializing. Go for a walk and have coffee and breakfast with all your friends. It's hot, so you got to get out early.
Right, yeah. And like also with the Mercury going into Cancer, all this family stuff, it's a really great time Saturday for barbecues and family get-togethers and hanging out with friends.
So it ends on a positive note, but wild ride, and don't let this confusion derail you from your goals. Be open to spiritual healing.
Yes.
Thanks, folks.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.